What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. I'm Harrison and you are here for Tutorial Tuesday. Today we have a super fun, dynamic drawing for you, and that is Superman. And not just Superman in like a frontal pose, but we're gonna have him in a nice fun action pose. So grab your pencils, capes, sketchbooks, and pencils, and let's dive on into this one. So in the center of your page, go ahead and draw a circle as always. From there, we can start blocking out the other shapes of the body. That way we can make sure we have a good proportion. So we know this is going to be the size of the head. So about in the top third of this head, we're going to draw a shape here. We're almost going to draw like, it'll look like a taco, I guess. So this line will go through there, and this will come in this way and meet up right there. Right off to this side, and draw a circle, a smaller circle, and then a little bit of a larger circle. And then right here we can draw an oval. So if you can't tell, this is going to be the arm, the knee, this is like the chest, and then up here we need another circle, another circle, and another circle. And that should hopefully be our positioning for Superman's body. And then the last piece we need is another circle, and then another circle underneath there, and that'll be his back leg. So now that we have everything plotted out, ready to draw, let's dive into the face. So Superman has a pretty boxy, kind of like that chiseled jaw looking head. So I'm just going to draw a straight line on the sides, give him a nice flat chin, angle the jawline, and then let's divide the head into threes. 1, 2, and 3. Doesn't have to be super even, but his mouth is going to be on this line, his eyebrows will probably be on that line, so if we want we can even cut that again. His nose will be somewhere in here. We can draw Superman with not like a smile, maybe we can draw him in like a battle action, like he's just super serious. So just drawing his eyebrows, his nose. With his nose, we can give him just a straight line. And the eyes, the top is a bit flat. On the edge it curves in. The bottom to a point and out. And these kind of might be a little far apart.
Oh, yummo! A dandelion. Must be the last one of the season.
And then Superman's got a cheek line. And his ears are kind of like two little lemons or bean kind of shapes on the sides, and then you can just add in details as you see needed. For Superman's hair, I'm gonna start his hairline right here. Just gonna cut in kind of like an S shape, or it'll kind of like mirror the same shape as his like chest emblem a little bit, just right there. Get his little S in there. You can make his hair part right here. Alright, and then now to focus on the body. So this needs to be a little bit bigger. Right here we're going to focus on the larger shape that is closest to us in perspective. If we think about his hand is like right in front, and this one's going to be all the way in the back. So it should be pretty large. Dividing this circle in half, this is going to be the base of the curved fingers. These are going to be the top of your knuckles here. The thumb is going to be all the way at the base of this circle here. And then using each one of these knuckles, we can indicate a finger. So 1, 2, 3 lines, and then here's the thumb. Define some of this in the shoulder. His elbow. The trickiest part here is getting the angle and the depth of the arm. So as long as we have our shapes separated here, we should be able to really get that that foreshortening. So we have a shoulder, and adding some different muscle definition will help us achieve that version of that. It is in the distance and things are receding. It is a bit tricky, and you just have to honestly trust the process with this. And it looks messy because there's so much going on, but as you add details, you start to see that it's coming together. And now to pivot to the chest. Just gonna follow this outline. We can put in his symbol. So for the Superman symbol, I just drew like little cutouts for the S pattern. Because of the angle that he's at, we're not going to see any of the symbol at all. And now for the back arm, it is like swung all the way back up. So his elbow is going to be here. We can follow that there. Bicep, and there's tricep. And it looks like we're gonna have to have his arm off the page, which is fine. And then the last bit here is knee.
Who are you? We are the knights who say knee.
And then actually I decided I don't think I want both legs. I think it's a little bit much. But what we'll do is hide the second leg behind. It's going to be the general shape of that knee. This will kind of come into that, your glute. No, not your glute. Your, oh my gosh. What's on the front? Your quads. So that your kneecap into the quad muscle. You can show some definition there, and then, like I said, this other leg will just be tucked back, hiding. Actually, it's kind of really big. All right, there's that, and then the last thing I want to do is add in the cape. So with this cape, it's a bit tricky getting the right perspective. So I basically just have it shooting off his shoulders. And I'm just trying to find the right shaping here, and I think I got it. And then the last bit of detail we need to finish off with is his hair. Just give it a nice little shimmer. The rest will be shaded in. Just like so. I'm going to use my dip pen here. You do not need to use your dip pen to ink, but I am going to. I just love the control that I get out of the inking. But feel free to use a Sharpie, a fine liner, a ballpoint pen, whatever you want to use to ink. You can go ahead and do that. Just know that I always prefer going top to bottom, left to right. That way you don't smudge any ink as you go. Alright, now that the ink has ample time to dry, I'm going to grab my kneaded eraser and just start to going in here. I might have to get the plastic. I hate when I crinkle the paper!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I think I'm going to give my plastic eraser a go here. I feel like I went to town on the pencil. Alright, there it is! There is Superman. And now the last little bit of fun I think we should add is a little pop of color. So I got a blue marker here and my ruler, and we're going to add in a nice little pop! And here it is. Here is Superman with a pop of color. I like this so much. This is so much fun. I've really been wanting to get into more dynamic poses. Honestly, this just goes to show for me that I still have a lot more to learn when it comes to like dynamic flying. Like I'm very happy with this. It's not the greatest thing I've ever created. I think this is great. I really hope that you guys learned a lot from this. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and then once you do, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload the next tutorial Tuesday. If for some reason you did not enjoy today's lesson, please let me know down in the comments why that is, because I would love to help you better learn the characters that you want to know how to draw. And on that note, if there's a character that you have yet to see in my list, please let me know who that is so I can add them to the ongoing list. Again, I truly hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I loved it. I thought it was a great one. It was awesome to see different poses and different dynamic structures to characters. So if you're interested in content like this, please let me know and I will be happy to do more. Thanks again for joining me today. Keep practicing, keep drawing, never give up, and I will see you right back here next Tuesday for another awesome tutorial. Bye guys.